Tonight, we crack open Forbidden Batch 1. Welcome to the show. Well, I've been following Marianne Eaves for some time, and I was always amazed about her ability to come up with really excellent bourbons and whiskeys. Now I'm amazed that she was able to come up with a fascinating looking bottle. I've not tasted this Forbidden. I've heard good things about it. I'm hoping that the bourbon inside here is as fascinating as the glass is on the outside. This has been out a little while now. This is batch 1, and there is a batch 2 out. I tried to research it a little bit, and apparently I was forbidden. I could not find their website. I could find a lot of write-ups about Forbidden and Marianne Eaves. And I finally went to Bourbon Outfitter. And you can go to bourbonoutfitter.com and you can see what I see about it. And it seemed to have the most information about what was currently available. This batch 1 was bought on a recent trip to East Ridge, Tennessee, up near Chattanooga. East Ridge Wine and Spirits, I believe, and we'll put a link to that video in the description. And because the reason I bought it there, I hadn't seen it in Georgia in the stores I've been to. And a lot of the online facilitators are out of stock of this. So when I saw this for, I think it was right around $130, maybe $132. I know that the MSRP is right at $130. I thought, well, that's reasonable. They're not just jacking it up. It wasn't behind glass. It wasn't behind the counter on some tall shelf. It was like right out there in front of me. If you watch the video, you can see like I went right past it at first, and then later I'm going like, that was the Forbidden, wasn't it? So before I left the store, we actually purchased this fine looking bottle. According to Bourbon Outfitter, the first release of Forbidden is a small batch bourbon, hand-blended 5-year-old bourbon, bottled at 95.2 proof, well that matches. This bold and elegant expression is beautifully balanced and complex. Forbidden's unique blend of cuisine-quality white corn, white winter wheat, and malted barley give it a sweet and smooth profile. I won't go into all the other things, so we'll talk about it as we're tasting it. But apparently it was released in Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, and South Carolina. Of course, I found this in Tennessee. So let's put this off to the side. And at 95 proof, we shouldn't have to let it breathe too long. I have watched several reviews on YouTube about the bourbon, and most seem to be complimentary. There's one or two that, thought the bourbon was overhyped, and what new bourbon isn't these days, right? Aroma leads with vanilla bean and creme brulee, dried fruit, hazelnut, light sweet citrus notes, and gentle layered spice. Well, that's a pretty good description. Let's try it out. A caramel and vanilla. So that certainly could be that creme brulee. And so it says vanilla bean and creme brulee and dried fruit. I'm getting a fruit. I don't know if that's dried, more of a medium and light fruit. And it says citrus notes. Now, I can't pick that up, but my nose is not as delicate as maybe theirs is. So the palate, caramel, citrus, oil, and delicate floral, along with baking spices, oak, sugar, soft, chewy, sweet, with a hint of grain. Well, that's an interesting description for taste. Cheers. Very nice. definitely sweet. I definitely get a lot of caramel up front. Baking spices, vanilla, nutmeg, cinnamon. Typical of what you get in a lot of bourbons. But very vanilla and caramel or caramel forward. I get a little bit of fruit in there. And they talk about a hint of grain. Well, I'm really not picking that up. I get a hint of oak. Let's take another sip. I'm really interested in breaking this down if I can. Second sip is better than the first, but a lot of the same flavors. Now I'm getting even more caramel and vanilla. It's definitely a sweeter bourbon, but not too sweet, not cordial sweet or a liqueur sweet or, oh, God forbid, Knob Creek smoked maple sweet. Oh, this is a nice sweet. It's a nice balance. It's probably a little sweeter than a lot of the bourbons I have, but it goes, because that caramel and vanilla seems to be so forward in it, you kind of expect a sweetness. A little bit of a candy sweetness, cinnamon roll sweetness, but not overly so, not overly done. Very, very nice. And I'm going to say it, you know I'm going to say it, it is smooth. It is very smooth. I have no bite. I taste no ethanol. I've got no burn on the back of my throat. The 95, you know, that's a little bit low for me. I tend to like 100 plus. But it drinks very well. I've got a little bit of a Kentucky hug, nothing too major. It's very mild Kentucky hug. Came in very slow. Almost didn't recognize it until I'm going like, what is that? That's a Kentucky hug going on there, boy. So, talk about the finish. Lingers creamy sweetness with oak and spice, and I would say they are dead on, buddy. Dead on. I was getting a little bit of the oak in the palate, but that creamy sweetness with the oak and spice has a moderate to long finish. I'm very happy. I'm not happy that it cost $130 and change. I'm not happy that I had to go all the way to Tennessee to get it. But do I think this is a special pour? I do. Let's take one more sip and we're going to go to final thoughts. Bold and elegant. The neck of the bottle says, internationally crafted to be bold and elegant, Master Distiller Marianne Eaves. Well, Marianne, I'm impressed. For your first venture into the distilling world, breaking away from your past and doing your own thing exactly the way you want to, cheers. Well done. I'd be very excited to taste one of these single barrels if I could find it. And even if it's $20 more, I think I would pay $20 more for it, just because I've got bourbons on my shelf now that I've paid $150, $160 for that I don't mind. Now, when bourbons get above $200, it kind of bothers me a little bit that anything that you could buy in a bottle, 750 milliliters, would cost more than $200. Now, if I paid more than $200 for a bottle, yes, I have. Do I like that I paid? Absolutely not. And I think that if you like collecting unique bourbons, and not just for the bottle, mind you, that you'll like this for what's inside it. Bold and elegant, I will tell you that it's not too bold and it's very elegant. Maybe they need to change the label. So Marianne, change it to not too bold and very elegant. And you'll have my undying love. I'm kidding. I'm married. But good job, Marianne. So, what would I compare it to? Nothing. That boils down to our recommendation or ranking system. 1 through 5. 1 being the highest. Go out and get it right now. 5 being the lowest. Now, I'm going to surprise people with this ranking. And it's not a 1 and it's not a 2, it is a 3 for one simple reason. I don't see it everywhere, and places I do see it, some of the prices are jacked up. Now, where I bought this, East Ridge Wine and Spirits in East Ridge, Tennessee, they did not jack it up. It was very close to list price. You find it near what I paid for it, buy that bottle. What do I always say? You can thank me later. No one ever thanks me later. No, I'm kidding. Actually, someone thanked me just today for that review I did on the Lux Row 4-grain, and I appreciate that. I try to make good recommendations, but just remember, every palate is different. Just because I like it doesn't mean you're going to like it, not at all. All I can tell you is what I like. Please like this video, comment, and share, and hit that subscribe button so we can keep on bringing you reviews like this. And please consider becoming a member to support the channel so we can bring you even new shows in 2024. And as always, never drink and drive. Please drink responsibly, and we'll see you next time.